So, welcome to today's semi-final between Templeogue in white and Killester in orange. And we are setting off with Templeogue on the ball. Stephen James get the reverse of the Bonaparte. Early drive against Paul Dick. Nice little up and under, and an early foul on Jason Kilkenny. So, I am joined, my name is Paul Kelleher, and I am joined by Puff Summers of Kilkenny. First team All-Star for Division 1 this year. So, Puff, what are we looking to today?
I think it's a battle between the guards. First and foremost, you have a couple young guards with Sean Flood and Stephen James with Templeogue. And then a little bit more experienced guys with Kieran Rowe and Paul Dick on the other side. And then we can go down in the post, which would be fun with Jason Killeen and Bonaparte battling the big fella, the old-timer Jermaine Turner.
So he's 2 for 2. And Killester will get their chance to reply. Casey in the ball. Paul Dick. Back to Paddy Sullivan. Killester passing around the perimeter. Ball screen. And an offensive rebound by Casey. And the putback. And it's 2-2. So two kind of scrappy buckets to start off the game. And it'll take a while, I'd imagine, for some fluency to come in. But who's got the advantage here, do you think, Paul?
I think both teams are pretty equal. I know Templeogue have been going through a lot of injuries this season, and they're kind of banged up. So I think this first quarter is kind of a feeler quarter, and whoever kind of establishes a rhythm early, might get the upper hand.
So high-low screen between Jermaine and Casey into a ball screen, and again into Turner, and another offensive by Casey, and the outlet to Paul Cummins from Jason Killeen. And early we've seen, and Stephen James, Casey with the defensive rebound. That's 3 already for Casey. Quick tempo by Kieran Rowe, and Casey with the look again, and the air ball. That's 2 air balls by Killester early doors. But what we saw the first 2 possessions was Michael Bonaparte going at Paul Dick. Do you think that's a deliberate tactic out of Templeogue?
Well, I'd definitely exploit that as much as I could if I was Templeogue. Paul is a strong guy, but he's not really used to defending the post per se. So I think Bonaparte will definitely get the better of him early until Paul adjusts, which I think he will.
Nice outlet pass by Kieran Rowe down to Paul Dick early. Missed the layup. And a deflection off of Sean Flood, and that will be Killester ball for side out of bounds offense. 2 early good kicks by Jason Clean out to Steve James. So clearly they're going to look to get the inside out action. Kieran Rowe with the ball. Jermaine Turner, flare screen. Nice shot by Paul Dick off the side of the rim. Paul comes to the outlet, quick outlet to Sean Flood, and he pushes down the floor. Reversal to Michael Bonaparte. Guarded someone differently now. And Jermaine. And a block.
That's a fun matchup to watch.
It's going to be a great matchup to watch. And so I think what you've seen early is, would this be a correct statement, that Templeogue have been very deliberate in their half-court offense, and Templeogue have been deliberate in their offense, and Killester have been looking to push it, albeit that they haven't got the joy out of it, but they've looked to push it 3 or 4 times now already.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that Templeogue are trying to establish themselves inside and then work their way out from that, and Killester are really trying to make it an up-tempo game where they make it more of a possessions game, and the more possessions, the better for them.
So an up and under travel by Paul Dick, and it's a turnover. And it's important that I guess with that they don't give much live ball turnovers, and that, at least if it's going to be a turnover, it can be a dead ball. Nice little shuffle cut. Sean Flood coming off the stagger screen, and their shooter Paul Cummins getting off early, and a miss. Turner with the outlet. And a nice drive by Kieran Rowe. Missed the layup. Stephen James defensive rebound. And Templeogue out again. A little bit scrappy so far, Puff.
Yeah, it is. It's just going to take a few minutes for the guys to get into it, I think. I don't think guys understand how soft these rings are here in Kilkenny.
So Paul Cummins gets off the mark. And a little bit of an unnecessary swipe by Paul. A caught napping. So the atmosphere is quite low here on the dead ball scenarios. Flashed the high post by Paul Dick. The early shot, and he gets the shooter's touch, and that's the
There
soft
it
rim you
is.
were talking about.
There it is. I've lived here for the last 3 years, so I know all about him.
So, nice little ball screen up by Sean Flood, getting down the lane on Casey. Forced the matchup and gets the foul. And I guess, you know, two very, very young point guards in Sean Flood and Kieran Rowe, but a nice matchup. And similarly with Paddy Sullivan and Stephen James, the two backcourts of both teams are very, very young, but very, very exciting.
Yeah, these guys continue to impress me. They're getting better every time I see them play. Sean in particular, I coached him with the under-18 national team a few years ago, and he's just really kind of come into his own this year. The year away at Germany really helped him out, I think.
He's 1 for 2. And Al Casey with the 4th rebound, I think, of the game for him. Killester looking to run a set. Nice little down pick for Al Casey on Paul Dick. Coming back off the ball screen. Nice little look by Paul Dick into Al Casey. Nice little dump feed into the post. So again, Flood on the left side of the floor. Ball screen by Killeen. Throw back to Stephen James, but again they look to go to Killeen. He's seeing up. Nice little kick out again to Paul Cummins. And Killeen trying to keep it alive, and Turner comes up with the loose ball rebound. And Kieran Rowe's out and running again. And he attacks Bonaparte and gets the roll. So again, we've mentioned this already, but the quick tempo of Killester versus the half-court stuff of...
Great slip.
and the basket violation.
Oh.
I'd like to have a look at that one again.
Yeah.
But as you said, it was a great read off of Jason. They hedged up off the ball screen, got to the back door, nice little lob pass. And Kieran Rowe doesn't get the roll. Ball apart with nice rebound. And Killester lead 9-8. Sorry, Templeogue lead 9-8. Nice little back door by Cummins. And again, they seem to be getting Paul Cummins coming off that baseline single and stagger most of the time. And a reach by Paul Dick.
If you watch Paul Cummins play, he doesn't really ever stop moving. You can tell he's been a scorer for all of his career.
Well, that will come as well. I mean, he's been used to the Lafayette system, and it's very, very mobile and making everybody involved and everybody being a scoring threat. And I think Paul trusts his teammates a lot that, you know, if he's going to be open, they're going to find him. But if he's not going to be open, he's going to help his teammates get open. And that's why he's been a great servant to Irish basketball, even as a senior men's international. And there we go again. And straight off the bat, Bonaparte goes right at Paul Dick when the matchup happened again.
He's literally just turning and shooting over him. He's not trying to bang or make things tough.
Turner tries to match. And Sean Flood, being the point guard that he is, comes back and receives the outlet pass. And again, they're going right at Paul Dick again. And there we go. There's a shoot over. Jermaine with their defensive rebound. And he's pushing it now. And there we go with Killester again. They're out and running. Nice little pass. And they get the finish. And a quick one again. Nice pass over the top by Sean Flood. Super fine to Michael Bonaparte for the easy finish. And that's the first transition bucket by Templeogue, whereas Killester pretty much got all theirs from transition at this stage. Nice shot fake by Jermaine. Doesn't get the roll. It's volleyball right now. Gets spin move, and he gets it. And the foul.
I feel like Jermaine's getting younger every year.
Well, speaking with the coaching staff last week, he seems to have changed his diet, and it's given him a bit more oomph in the legs. And he makes the first. And the second to bring it back to within one. Yeah, they talked about how his energy has gone up an awful lot, and he's changed his diet, and even at 39 years old.
I think you're being generous there.
So but he's still one of the most active guys on the glass, and he proves really, really difficult to guard every year. That's a nice recovery by Paul Dick.
See, Paul is okay when Bonaparte's out on the perimeter. I think he feels a little bit more comfortable. Just when he goes to the post, it's a little bit tougher.
They look to Turner again. He comes back to the right hook. The offensive rebound. Back out to Kieran Rowe. And a nice little drive again. He's going at Thomas, and he gets the roll. That's 2 quick fouls now by Thomas, and that's probably not what Mark Keenan was looking for, because it means Killeen's going to have to come back in the game, and he's probably trying to manage his rest period. Yeah. But he may just leave him in just to leave it go. And Lorcan Murphy, and there we go. That's what we said. Jason Killeen is going to have to come back in now and not get much of a rest. And Lorcan Murphy coming back off the broken hand is going to come into the game also. Kieran misses the 3-point play. Nice rebound by Bonaparte. And they slow it down again. They seem to be setting a lot of their offense right now on the left side of the floor. Yeah. Not very often Jermaine gets beaten those loose ball high lobs. But kick out to Paul Dick. Nails a 3. And now we have Killester taking their first lead, 17-15. And Paul Cummins trying to answer the 3. Doesn't get the roll. Stephen James with the offensive, but Kieran Rowe forces it into the jump ball scenario. So both teams will make a double substitution. Jermaine Turner's going to get his rest. Thomas and Paul Cummins are going to come out for Templeogue. And Lorcan Murphy is a very athletic replacement for Paul Cummins. So not like for like, but Killeen's for Thomas certainly is a like for like. So clearly Mark Keenan sees something that he can exploit with Lorcan coming back on the floor. Michael Calo. Nice little drive, doesn't get there. Bonaparte gets the rebound, nice little quick pass. A little bit loose. And Flood gets it back. Skip past the Cleans, and he's going to nail the 3. And Rowe gets the rebound. He's going to get this out and run now. Early kick. And we finally get one.
Pace is picking up a bit now.
I don't think this pace suits Templeogue, does it really? No. They're very deliberate in what they want to do. They want to run their sets. They want to look deliberately into Jason Cleans, get their post action. Whereas Killester trying to get them out of that, deliberate pace and get them running. And so far, it's been worked effectively for them.
Be interesting to see this Killeen and Owen Kiernan matchup now. See how the young post player does against his former teammate, actually, Jason.
Yeah, it's going to be a good experience for him in that one. Nice little in screen, and Killeen's misses it. And there you go. There's the athletic ability of Lorcan Murphy putting pressure on Calo, and he gets the tip back. Put it to 20-17. So young Waylock picking up his first, and he's got to be, he's a 3-point shooting threat, albeit his size. That he can certainly get it off, and he can certainly make it. I've seen him make game winners this year, most notably against DCU. And Paul Dick doesn't get the roll. Calo keeps it alive offensively. Inside. Yeah, that's a good call. Just lost his footing. And that's where the experience of Jason Clean, just putting him in a position where he didn't know what he was, didn't have the fluency they'd normally have against a guy smaller than him, and Jason Clean made him take the step a little bit too early and into a walk. Nice little ball screen off of Sean Flood. And we've seen a lot of ball screens from both teams, and the ball screen defense has been pretty the same on both sides. They're sagging off on that ball screen and letting guys turn the corner and hoping that the smaller guards go into a bit more sizable traffic.
Yeah, I think they're both banking on the fact that not many of the guys are really pull-up jump shooters. Oh, wow. It's a tough finish.
It's a big finish and a good balanced finish, but what's huge is that Stephen James' second foul in as many possessions.
Paul Dick is relentless at going to the rim, isn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, the also advantage there is being 6'4" and against the Stephen James of 6'1". So even when getting that bump, he still has those extra 3 inches to get the ball over the top.
Crowd kind of livening up a little bit after a questionable call that they thought it was anyway.
So Paul Dick, and that's the second 3-point play that Killester have missed already this evening. So again, Sean Flood on the left-hand side, setting that ball screen, and they go under it.
Well,
and there you
can't
go,
go
that
under.
answers it.
Yeah, you can't go under on him.
So that might be the three to kick off Templeogue, because they've been a bit flat for the last couple minutes after a great start. Nice forward down screens. Kayla looking inside, not there. Gets the drive.
Oh.
And nice little flash by the big man.
Tough.
So Kieran doing relatively okay so far. His movement is good. And again, they're chasing Flood now, and that's nice little sprint by Jason Collins. And Sean Flood, coming off that screen, similar to what he's doing off the ball screens, is really taking some attention right now. And they're looking to double team and sag off, and he's really making good decisions on the finds now.
I think for Sean, he's always been a great shooter, but he's kind of adding that being able to get to the rim a little bit. And then, so far he's making great decisions and finding guys. Also a great cut by Jason. It's good to see the big fella roll into the basket hard.
He missed the first.
Nobody really likes shooting free throws here, huh?
And makes a second. So, interestingly, the two guards, Sean Flood and Paul Dick, came out with 33 seconds to go, and I would suspect that we'll see them to start the second either way. So the extra couple of seconds to get them a breather with the timeout will help them recover in time to start the second. So the shot clock is off, and Templeogue have 23.4 seconds to take the last shot of the quarter. So Coach Keenan getting into it with the referees at the minute, as is Coach O'Malley. So each coach occupying the referee right now. So 24-21 with 23.4 seconds to go. And you would suspect that Templeogue will look to get a shot off in and around 2 to 3 seconds to not give Killester a shot, but also enough to get a tip back if needs be. So I don't think you're going to see a quick shot here. So Boylock. High post, Jason Colleen. Larkin Murphy coming off. That's a nice little look and stepped out of bounds. I guess clock management is something that we, in this country, we really need to do a better job of managing. There was a really, really good set from Templeogue, nice little curl, but possibly just that little bit too early, and Killester would have gotten a look if they had gotten it back. So we're just going to take a quick breather, and we'll see you back after the break. So Templeogue going to run their out of bounds, and look at who's coming off it. Mr. Cummins to get the look, nice little shot fake, and the miss. And Killester are going to get this last shot off. And there you go.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
We just talked about it, Paul.
And that's your clock manager right there. So it is 24-23, or 26-21, apologies. And it is the end of the first quarter, and we will see you back for the second. So we're back in the action. Killings misses the fumble. Paul Dick on the ball. As we suggested, Paul Dick was going to come back in the game, and that's a great start by him. And let's see if Killester can make their first 3-point play of the game, because this will be their third time at the free throw line for such an opportunity. And we're 0 for 3 for 3-point plays. And just so you wonder why we're staying quiet on the free throws, the crowd can hear us in front of us, so I'm assuming the players can hear us. So for any of those pauses, we apologise. So that's Markeen and Stack play to bring Jason Cleans up, and they've had some good joy with that with previous teams. Markeen has, and you know they've run a couple of times already today where Jason Clean comes off the lower block and looking to get at the high post, but Jermaine tips off a second.
Just about those free throws, I think I'm going to continue to talk because these guys are the best of the best. They can hit free throws anyway.
That's the coach coming out of me, right?
Yeah.
So Jonathan Grinnell comes in and gets a baptism of fire with his first foul on Michael Bonaparte. And also
Lane in the corner. They missed him. Wow.
I think that's Paul Dick's second.
Second,
yep. So coming out of after the first quarter, we had top scoring for Templeogue, Michael Bonaparte on 8, and Jason Collins on 5. And Paul Dick was on 7 with a similar 5 from Gabriel Martinez, who just left the floor. So right now Templeogue are putting Killester under serious pressure by keeping the ball at this end of the floor for quite a bit now. It's a long time to play defense, and you're going to pick up some fouls or give away some scores if you don't defend that well. So again, you're going to stay on the defensive end. But similarly, and we've seen this more so at younger ages than at senior ages, when you're on offense this much, you're eventually going to make a mistake also. And that was a nice little deflection by the aging 42-year-old, I've been told, Jermaine Turner. So again, Bonaparte going at Jonathan Grinnell, turnaround jumper, misses it. And now all of a sudden a quick break again by Killester, lovely back door. And a little push by Jason Collins. So the tempo of this Killester team is really causing Templeogue problems in terms of getting back to floor. And, you know, other than Lorcan Murphy, the athletic ability isn't really there to get back. So nice little underneath out of bounds special situation. Rebound by Collins, outlet. And now Boney's going into the post again with Collins staying outside. Gets a reversal through the point pipe. Reversal to Lorcan Murphy. And a nice little dump to Collins. Nice little intelligent play by Lorcan Murphy.
Killester got caught ball watching a little bit there.
So Cameron Rose going to come back into the game and see who it's for. Keith Anderson with a nice drive and a nice lefty, but misses it. Boney with the outlet pass. I guess the one thing that, you know, when you're a half-court offensive team, nice little drive and kick by Bonaparte. When you're a half-court offensive team and you're not a very good transition team, scoring is important, because by scoring, it allows you to get back to set your defense, which the size that Templeogue has so far caused Killester problems, just like it has there. I think that's a good foul by Templeogue. You don't want the momentum of Jermaine dunking on your head, giving them impetus to move forward. But it's an important point that puts pressure on the scoring of Templeogue in order to be able to get back, to not get run out on. So the scoring is important for Templeogue, but similarly, that means that the defense by Killester needs to crank up so that they don't get scored on to allow them to do the running, because half-court-wise, they haven't been great so far in this game, have they?
No. I'm interested to watch the Bonaparte and Johnny Grinnell matchup. I think Johnny is a very underrated defender, especially on the post. He's a lot stronger than he looks.
Plus, he has the intelligence of being a point guard for all those years, so he will be quite smart. And Turner makes the first, stretches the lead to 4, 29-25. and the second. So Killester can make 2 for 2, but they can't make 1 for 1 on 3-point plays. So 8:02 remaining, 30-25 Killester, and that prompts Paul Cummins and Sean Flood to come back in the game in a second. So Boney off it on typical 3. Nice little.
Oh, this is Colleen's second, is it?
Might be even be his third. He picked up one just last. Yeah, that's the second. He didn't have any in the first. That was a strange call, but it is what it is. And I think Jason and Jermaine have always had the ultimate respect, but a great battle has always pursued, because the athletic ability Jermaine, but the physical strength of Jason. So off the single double. Nice block to block screen into sprint ball screen. Kieran Rowe. Reverse to Paddy Sullivan. Nice little turnaround sprint. Back to Jermaine. Nice little shot fake.
Oh.
And Jermaine, that's, if he can shoot it from anywhere, he can certainly shoot it from the elbow in the half court offensive setting. So this is the 4th attempt. Jermaine made his last 2. Can he make this one to make the 3-point play? And we finally get a 3-point play from Killester. They're 1 for 4 in that regard. So they stretch that lead now to 33-25, 7:19 remaining. Larkin with the fadeaway jumper. And Jason cranking up the energy, gets the offensive rebound, put back.
Jason really trying to impose his will down there. He was unlucky on the last one when he got a foul called against him, but he's really an excellent offensive rebounder.
Yeah, I think Mark is saying right there is that if the first one was an offensive, then that should have been an offensive. Yeah. So where was the consistency, even though it was against his player, but he felt there was a foul the first time and was calling for a foul there. So nice little block to block screen. Fair. That's a transition foul by Paddy Sullivan on his former under-16 international teammate Larkin Murphy. So they'd be fairly familiar with each other.
In fairness, I would have probably fouled Larkin in the open court as well, because you know what he can do when he's on the run.
Certainly. And a nice another little battle of Kieran Rowe and Sean Flood, which you've mentioned already. And now Al Casey with the frontal of the post, which is a good tactic, and Jermaine coming across on the weak side, gets the deflection. Nice early offense by Paul Dick.
He can shoot that.
And Kieran Rowe with the 3. Yep. There you go. So again, the transition offense of Killester has been top-notch while their half-court has struggled. And they've also been attacking the slow transition defense of Templeogue. And they
can't go under on him.
That's 2 for 2 when they've gone under. And Sean Flood has kept them in the game every time Killester threatened to make a run. So with the ball screen of their own,
nice
gets him hedged, nice pull-up floater, nice little touch by Paul Dick. And that was a nice little counter from Paul Dick right there. Saw the defender high, just blew by him, recovered. And Boney with the answer for the 3. So Al Casey with the ball screen. Kieran Rowe with a tough one. Wow. And that's a nice finish over the athletic Michael Bonaparte.
Seeing a lot of great reads from point guards here. They tried to ice the ball screen. He took it, what they gave him, and got to the rim and made a great finish.
Handoff. So he got his dribble, 3-point spin. Paul Cummins, kick out to Sean Flood. Picked it up early. And there's Larkin with that drive that you spoke about.
Super athlete.
Reversal through the point pipe with Al Casey. Paul Dick on it. And a reach by Larkin. What you have right now is that because both teams are shooting it well, it's opening up driving lanes for the drivers. And they're getting down the lane. So now it's becoming a bit more open game. And, you know, what was it at the end of the first? 26-21. And already in this short space of time, it's been, you know, it's been a tie game in this second quarter. So we're going to get a timeout by Mark Keenan at Templeogue, and we will come back with further analysis for the remainder of the second. So Paul Dick is coming back to the line for 2 free throws. Oh, skims the front of the rim. And not much better for the second, but he's going to nail this 3, I bet. So he misses. Stephen James with the defensive rebound. Sean Flood getting out and run. Hits his foot and goes out, and they're going the other direction. So maybe that's the reason why Mark Keenan likes his team to be structured now, of course. Maybe he doesn't trust him in the transition. So Templeogue forcing Killester to be higher on their offense now. That's the one thing, and as a point guard yourself, Puff, I just seen Paddy Sullivan do something nice move by Jermaine as we talk, but the horse jockey sidestep on the ball screen, is that something that you'd like to see, or do you like just come off that ball screen at pace?
It depends how they're, I loved a little hesitation just to see how they're playing it. But if you know that they're going under, it's good to get a kind of running start and get to the rim. So it kind of depends on how defense is playing.
So nice little volleyball contest right there, and Kieran Rowe pushing it out again.
Right to the rim.
And getting right to the rim. Nice little transition defense by Jason Clean. Something you probably never thought you'd hear us say, but he got back. Nice little defensive rebound. Trails it. Nice reversal to Boney. Boney with the 3. And Sean Flood keeping that ball live for a new 14 seconds. Nice little dive, and he just lets it slip and goes out of bounds. And that's another thing where, having you here as a point guard is something that we probably focus on with the young point guards that we have. But that was nice action by Sean Flood to keep it live, even though he didn't know he was going to get the rebound. Nice little backdoor, great block. I think you should have caught that one, Sean Flood, but... So the last couple of possessions got a little bit scrappy again. Gone back to the way it was at the start of the first. Is that Templeogue forcing the issue, or is it just Killester not having composure at this point of the game, thinking that they want to try and get out and run a little bit more?
I don't know. I think if I'm Killester right now, I'm mad at myself because I'm not punishing Templeogue. They're missing free throws. They're making a lot of passes that are getting deflected. So, I credit Templeogue for staying close because they're not playing particularly well, but they're keeping the game close just by being scrappy and making it scrappy. That definitely suits the Templeogue team.
So we got another missed free throw. As you said, does anybody want to make them today? Turn out the second and makes a second. So now it's an 8-point lead with 43-35 with 3:45 remaining in the second. So they're starting with a handoff, down screen from Boney to Paul Cummins, back screen, straight into the ball screen now. As your side step, and we got a leg ball on Jermaine Turner, which frustrates Paul Dick, suggesting that he stuck his hand down all the way to his ankles. So side out of bounds, straight into Jason Killeen. Nice little elbow cut from Paul Cummins to create some spacing. Nice little footwork by Bonaparte, but he stays with it and gets it on the shot clock to keep Templeogue in touching distance at 6. And a nice little block by Jason Killeen. And that's the one thing I think Kieran Rowe just needs to maybe do a little bit better. The last 2 shots they've obviously seen he's gotten coast to coast a couple of times. Understanding when to drag that back out there now is probably the next thing. Sidestep by Paddy Sullivan, nails it.
Nice.
And they're up 9 now with 3:03 to go. 46-37 to Killester. Ball screen, throwback.
Great
to the
pass.
shooter. And they leave it go out of bounds, which is surprising from Killester because usually when they get those loose rebounds, they get out and run. And they haven't been overly good in the half court just yet. A lot of their half court stuff has come from second or third opportunities. Nice little down pick and slip into the block. The lefty, air ball. Sean Flood comes back in, getting out and running now.
Not going to bang Jason Killeen down there.
So Paddy Sullivan guarding Paul Cummins. Skip past the Boney for the 3. Trying to match it. Interesting call, and they get it. So both referees call for a Killester ball, which prompts Brian O'Malley to call a timeout just to try and get into double figures for the first time in this game. And we will see for the last 2:27 of the second. So we're back with 2:25 remaining. Kieran rowing the ball. Killester going to their horn set. Similar to what we... And getting the back screen for Jermaine Turner against the block. And again, Killester struggling with their half-court offense. Nice little shot fake by Rowe. Spotted that he was going to get blocked. Wow. Nice little bank off the glass. And to be fair, as well as Paul Dick and Jermaine have been, you'd have to say that Kieran Rose had a massive influence on this game for Killester.
Yeah, it's putting a lot of pressure on the defense. He's making great decisions. You alluded to he made a tough couple drives at the basket to Killeen, which he might have brought out, but he's still putting pressure on that defense, and that counts for something.
Without question. So Lorcan Murphy's going to come in for Paul Cummins. And the thing with Templeogue right now, you'd have to wonder about their conditioning, considering that they've got a lot of guys coming back who've been hurt, like Cummins, Killeens, Boney. So Bonaparte makes the first.
You don't need to be quiet, Paul. He's going to make it anyway.
And he makes a second, so it's back to 9. But yeah, you'd have to wonder, and maybe that's what Mark Keane is thinking about right now, rotating his guys that have been coming back from being hurt, just to keep them a little bit fresh. But being 9 down, let's see where it goes from here. Nice little curl off of that. Turner stepping back for the 3. Nice. That's incredible athleticism for a 42-year-old. So, nice little rebound by Stephen James. And Boney looking for the clear out against the 2 smaller guards, and he gets the reaching foul. So he's going to the line. That's smart play again from Michael Bonaparte. And we just spoke at the break there that over the years, Michael Bonaparte's gotten really smarter with the basketball in his hands, and that was a clear sign of it right there. So back to 8. And 7. So Templeogue on a 5-0 run, 6-0 run right now. A bit more pressure by Templeogue, slowing the offense down, and that's why getting those scores are important. Like we said earlier on, nice little spin move, but misses. So again, Killester struggling to score in the half-court offensive set instead of transition. Side ball screen from Jason Cleans. Nice little reversal off it.
They're not going under that ball screen anymore, are they?
Doesn't look like it. Nice little follow-up by Jason Clean. Missed it. That's a loose ball foul by Jermaine on Bonaparte. And the reason why we like that battle is that we've probably got the 2 most active guys on the glass in the league going after each other in Bonaparte and Turner.
Yeah.
And then you throw Killeens on the mix. So while Jermaine and Boney are taking care of themselves, you got Jason just nipping in from behind with all the experience, picking up those offensive ones.
Just a quick note to all the young point guards out there. When Bonaparte fell, you saw young Sean Flood sprint from half court to go pick his teammate up. It's a little thing, but it adds up. It's a big thing.
And he makes a second. So, all free throws gets him back in the game, I think. So, referee's trying to clean it up a little bit.
Mark Keenan doesn't like that one.
So 46.4 seconds remaining, 48-43, and Killester trying to break the duck of a run. So Kieran Rowe makes the first. And the second. So we got 50-43, high scoring game after what seemed a very slow start. So we probably got about 3 possessions left in this game. So Templeogue going to their horn set. Sean Flood coming back off the down pick, looking for the 3. First miss. And Paul Dick and Lorcan Murphy getting locked up. Neither Alpha looking to release the basketball. So Killester will have 32.3 seconds on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. So it'll be interesting to see will they go for 2 for 1 or will they
just get a good one?
Get a good one. And
not any rush.
And see if Templeogue learn from their previous mistake of getting the last shot off. They're going to come back off the clamp play. That's
nice.
a Warriors set for Steph Curry. Unfortunately, not the end result like Steph. So 100% free throw shooter so far. Michael Bonaparte going to go to the line to bring it back to 5, and Killester will get the last shot of the game or the half. You just see the influence that the Warriors are having on everybody right now, and they get that little side screen coming back off the clamp play.
Well, why wouldn't you want to emulate them?
And Boney remains 100%. So, 15.1 seconds remaining. Killester going to take the last shot, or will they? So I'd imagine we're going to go into the driving action. And again, you're going to get 4 seconds. Templeogue with the last shot, and if it goes, it'll be good. And again, we're looking at clock management. We mentioned it twice, Puff.
Yeah.
All right, people, hope you've enjoyed the first half. We'll see you back here in the bones of 8-9 minutes and for the second half. So, welcome back for the third quarter with a steal from Paddy Sullivan to start the third quarter and an easy 2. So, what do you think the adjustments are from both teams at halftime, Puff?
If I'm Killester, I think Brian's probably in there telling them we need to really push tempo and make tempo our friend. With Templeogue, I think it's really taking our time, being deliberate, and playing through Bonaparte and Colleen.
So, a quick response by Templeogue. A little bit of pressure from Stephen James, but doesn't get there in time. Nice reverse by Casey. Side ball screen, or side screen away. And again, we haven't really seen a whole lot of pressure on ball screen defense. No. So the point guards, if they're willing to pull up, we're going to get those open looks. Yeah,
I know a lot of people in this day and age don't like the mid-range game. It's a lot of threes and layups, but having the mid-range game, it still pays dividends.
No question. So they're going to go to their horn set. Templeogue, Lorcan's going to come off it. Stephen James with a bit of a too quick of a 3, and Mark Keenan will not like that shot. So Paul Dick out running again. Casey fumbles it. So it's a nice little dish off by Paul Dick, but I think that's probably something else that we need to do a better job of, is reading the traffic in the paint.
Yeah.
That could have just as easily have been a pull-up jumper from Al Casey instead of going into pressure right there.
Well, it's also the guard's job not to put our bigs in situations where they're driving into traffic.
So a 3 by Boney, miss. Nice rebound by Casey, getting Kerr on roll, getting out to push it again. Straight to Jermaine.
Oh, wow. It's a tough call.
And that's something that, I've seen a bunch of forwards try and do over the years. And that stationary spin, pivot, on the spot has always gotten called. It's something that we might have to have a look at.
Yeah.
Nice little high-low action. Great kick out by Colleen's. Finds his point guard, Sean Flood. Nice rebound by Jermaine, and they're getting out and running now. Paddy Sullivan bringing the ball on the floor. Back to Paul Dick into the ball screen. Nice pressure by Lorcan Murphy. Good recovery, but gets a slip. So again, Sean Flood coming down the left side of the floor. Getting that ball screen, coming off onto his right. Great kick out. He's knocked those down. And a jump ball.
I don't think Jermaine liked that call.
I don't think we need to think. I think we know Jermaine didn't like that call. So, but again, and that's why Flood has been coming down the left side of the floor the entire game, so he can come back onto that right hand. Yeah. So he's getting the looks that he's looking to get, but also the kickouts that he's had. So they're running their Warrior set again. Nice read by Kieran Rowe into it.
Kieran Rowe is really, really impressing me today.
He's absolutely dictated the entire game, I think. From receiving the outlet passes to pushing the ball up the floor to making the right reads, he's been absolutely tremendous. And he's made the shots when they've been open. Makes the first. And missed the second. So, interesting call. So Templeogue ball, and it's so Killester just extended it by an extra point this quarter so far. 7:30 remaining, 53-47. I think this is something that Killester definitely wants, is the ball in Lorcan Murphy's hands in the open floor like that, where they can set their half-court defense. Nice closeout, nice reseal back in. And that's for any of the big men out there, not having to go the first time, but kicking it back out and resealing and going a second time. That was tremendous post play out of Jason Colleen's.
It's a very veteran move as well, because as soon as you pass it out, the tendency for the defender is to stand straight up. So if you go right back into his body, obviously you're going to get a deeper position.
And that's not the first time that Templeogue have gotten a great look off of that underneath out of bounds. But they've got to start finishing if they want to start having any impact in this game. Quick reversal off the down screen. And now Jermaine takes responsibility of guarding Bonaparte. Great kick out to Lorcan.
Another pass to Colleen.
And I think Jason Clean has really done a good job of keeping the ball alive with 2 or 3 guys hanging off him on the offensive rebound, and this time picking up a foul, which has put Paul Dick in the big snare, and I think that's 3 on Paul Dick. There's Flood for the corner 3.
Bang.
And nice.
It's a great set. Great execution.
Well, I think it's nothing that nobody's seen, that triangle back screen out to the corner screen, but as you said, it was more the execution than the actual set itself, and that's one thing I think, you know, young guys have to learn, is that you can run any set that you want, but unless you execute it, you're not getting the looks that you want to achieve, you know. So interestingly, Templeogue get back to 3, 53-50, putting a bit more pressure on the Killester team now, and that was nice defense from Lorcan, just putting a little bit of doubt in Paddy Sullivan's mind. And the reversal.
Oh, hook. Oh,
that's nice. A nice drive. That's a pro move right there, I think.
Paul Dick showing who the senior point guard was there.
Yeah, that's just a clumsy little foul from Paddy Sullivan. Just got late. That was an important score from Paul Dick actually for Killester, because Templeogue really have had the momentum since possibly the 6th minute of the second quarter. So really Killester are ticking over rather than actual dominating right now, where Templeogue.
Great pass.
That's going to be interesting, because you got one on a travel and one on a foul right now. So this is a massive call by the referees, and they got the travel.
Great to see the refs talking about making calls though, instead of just making a quick decision.
That's the first time that Paul Dick has back screened that. That's an interesting call. And Jermaine is going to go to the line and shoot 2. But that's a really good work off of from Brian O'Malley, because they just made a bit of a wrinkle off of that set right there. So instead of Paul coming through the clamp screen, he set the back screen for Jermaine into the block, and then he was going to come off another screen for himself. So a nice wrinkle there from Brian O'Malley to get Killester a different look. So Jermaine forced that a little bit, but it's now to 56-50. 6 minutes remaining. Nice little weak side cut from Bonaparte. Spin around jumper, not good. Casey with the rebound. Kieran Rowe pushing out. Nice skip pass to Paddy Sullivan. Tough shot by Al Casey. Could have kicked it back out. Jermaine with a nice offensive rebound. And he fights through the contact to make the little hook over the left shoulder. And Brian O'Malley was looking for a foul in that one. Actually, both teams are running similar set right now. And we got a kick ball right there by Jason Collins.
Interesting that Killester have switched it up and put Jermaine on Bonaparte.
They did that once or twice in the first half. Proved rather successful. So it looks like Brian's gone back to work in the first. This is a huge possession now for the second time. Killester looking to push out to double figures.
Gone back to a zone here. Templeogue have. Oh.
So the missed 3. Can Templeogue bring it back to 2 or 5? Either way, 2-possession game. Reversal from Jason into the ball screen. Putting Flood into decisions again. 10 the shot clock. Good pressure defense by Killester right now.
It's great defense.
And Paddy Sullivan with the closeout and the air ball. Really good scramble and lateral defense by Killester, not letting them penetrate the frame, and that prompts Mark Keenan into timeout, And we shall see you back for the last 4:43, 58-50 to Killester. So, we're back in the third quarter, 4:35 remaining, 58-50 to Killester. And it's shooter's touch, and that's the role you were saying. That's pretty big in this gym right now. So, big execution out of the timeout for Killester. There's a stack play. Boney coming high off it and gets the return friendly roll, the shooter's touch as we like to call it.
Yeah. One of the reasons I love Kilkenny so much.
So that zone now causing problems. Nice rebound from Jermaine.
Oh.
And the foul. And as athletic and as admirable as I have for a 42-year-old Jermaine Turner, I think a simple layup would have been the answer right there over just as an equally athletic Michael Bonaparte.
Yeah, but simple layups are no fun. Need to give the crowd a little bit.
So Owen Kiernan comes in for Al Casey, who has absolutely been really effective in the forward spot so far in the second half.
Jermaine kind of asserting himself in this third quarter.
And as the years have gone on, you know, even from my own perspective, having guarded him, we've always done a reasonably good job for 32, 33 minutes.
Yeah.
So he's clearly understood as he's gotten older to manage for the last 7 minutes where he's put up anywhere from 14 to 16 points to finish off the game. But, you know, he's been really effective on both classes this evening.
Yeah.
So Paul Cummins back in the game.
It's great defense by Paddy Sullivan. Oh, the big.
This
layups here.
And he gets the roll.
It's that sixth gear he has.
I would call it the kind of 4.5. He's stretching to go from 4 to 5, and it's a little bit out of control. But yeah, and that's a big finish. So, can you get a second 3-point play of the afternoon? And he does, and that's a big play. So that's the biggest lead of the afternoon, I think, 13 points. 65-52, 3:33 remaining. So they're trying to get Paul Cummins hot, coming off the bench. He misses it. Should have been an easy rebound for Kiernan, but loose ball gathered up by Jermaine Turner. And again, nice little post entry by, that's a nice little rip baseline, but steps out of bound. Decent move, could have been a bit tighter, but a nice post entry from Kieran Rowe. So Sean Flood's getting a breather. Boylock is coming in.
I think Owen Kiernan's only going to get better. He's willing to go to the rim, which I love, but just a little bit of inexperience and kind of not knowing where the baseline was.
Well, I mean, you know, he's only, 19, 20 years old?
Yeah.
6'9", good touch around the rim, can shoot the mid-range, has a post move in his arsenal. So he's got ample amount of time to get better, but going against the Cleans and the Bonapartes of the world, like good help defense, but not recognizing that Clean can make that shot.
They needed that.
when you look at it right now, even with Casey, you'd have to say that coming down the stretch, if Templeogue can get this any bit closer at all, the front court of Killings and Bonaparte should really be more effective than Turner on his own. So again, nice little block. Here's Templeogue getting out, nice bounce pass. And Ronan McLaughlin gets a nice little roll, and substitution by Brian O'Malley, bringing in Gabrielle and getting Turner out for a breather.
I think that's a smart substitution, give him a little break.
Yeah, I think Brian's looking at having to probably play Jermaine for 10 minutes of the second, so he's going to get his 2:30, which will probably be about 3.5, 4 minutes by the time it's all said and done, with the minute going to 5. So he's going to get a nice little break here. And Gabrielle justifies the substitution by getting the putback, which is what Jermaine Turner would normally do himself. So we are at 67-56, I think, or is it still 54?
54. Thought it was 56.
So nice little save by Paul Dick. Yep, there you go, you're right, Pup. 67-56, 11-point game. Waylock putting pressure on Paddy Sullivan, forced the turnover to Ronan.
Big
Long
shot.
2 by Paul Cummins. And
here's
the
Rowe
transition
again.
guard from Rowe. He's got a couple of these. And he's missed it. Went into the body of Killings. And now they're out and running. Nice little pass by Bonaparte. Nice little veteran spin move by Paul Cummins. And he'll go to the line, and you would assume that this will come back to 9 points here now, because Paul is a really top-level free throw shooter. And his experience will get him through the pressure of having to get his team back in 2. And makes the first. And that's back to 9 as we expected. With 1:36 remaining, it is 67-58. And Paul's going to get his breather. And that will be about a 3-minute break for him. So right now both coaches are just trying to set themselves up nicely going into the 4th, where they can utilize their maximum players in the way they need to. And that's probably the one thing with this Killester team, and they did the very same, and this is about the same time in the Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
Templeogue went to the zone at around the same score, around the same time. And Killester did the very same thing, very stationary at the top of the zone. Keith Anderson, who can nail a 3, misses the air ball. Stephen James with the rebound. Ronan McLaughlin pushing the tempo, getting the reversal. Stephen James on it. Back to Bonaparte, into the ball screen. Forward ball screen. And that's probably where, Templeogue had that advantage, that forward ball screen, which you really wouldn't see a whole lot.
Yeah.
And obviously Boney been able to do that because he's able to play the 2 and the 3, and now playing the 4 in this game. But that's a smart move by Mark Keenan to go forward ball screen right now.
Yeah, because if you switch it, he has a slower big on him. So definitely using the fact that he played professionally away as a 2-3 and has a different skill set than most forwards would.
Oh, that's his first miss, which is surprising. And makes a second, so it's now 67-59. And that last zone offensive possession was worrying for Killester. They will hope that they can break that trend. And Paul Dick getting to one of the spots where he's pretty much gold.
Too big, too strong.
A nice balance and a stop on a dime on that pull-up jumper. Nice little kick by Ronan McLaughlin. Stephen James answers straight back. So now we're getting into a score fest, it looks like. And coaches don't really like getting in for score, so they don't really pop.
No.
Somebody's got to lock this down. That's a poor pass by Paul Dick.
Templeogue changed to a 3-2 zone there, was it?
I think it was a kind of a 1-1-3.
Yeah.
Nice balance by Bonaparte. Nice kick out, and Killeen. So Grinnell trying to body up on Bonaparte, which will send him to the line. So a 97% free throw shooter going to the line.
Is Bonaparte the James Harden of Irish basketball? Lives at the free throw line. Plays a little bit more defense, though.
Marginally defense, I'd say.
Hear some people talking out there, getting a little chippy. We all love to hear that.
So he adds to his tally. That's back to 6. So we're really only 1 point of a difference between the half-time break. So let's see if somebody can actually manage the last 23.1 seconds a little bit differently where the opposition doesn't get the last shot. So 17 seconds, 69-63 to Killester. Paul Dick on the ball. Ronan McLaughlin extending the man-to-man pressure now. Into a ball screen.
It's going early again.
And we're gone early, and we're going to get one more shot from Templeogue and a kick ball.
The clock management has been unreal at the end of quarters. Uh-oh. Clock gone.
Must be a loose wire, just like loose rims in this place.
Yeah. We had a clock malfunction once during the season where we had to abandon the game and make it up later. So I hope that's not the case today.
So as both teams managed up, we'll take a quick break, or will we? So there's 2 seconds left. Markeen is clearly drawing something up. Brian O'Malley, I think, is talking about putting some pressure on. He's waving his hands there to indicate to his players to push up and not let them run their stuff. So in this moment, not knowing when they're going to come back to play, how many scenarios is Markeen going to draw up right here?
I don't know. I think you should keep it fairly simple. You want to try to get the ball going in a forward direction. If I'm Brian O'Malley, I'm just saying to make them catch it in the backcourt going away from their own basket. You just hope that Killester's smart enough not to commit a silly foul here.
So Keith Anderson taking the opportunity just to stretch the IT bands. While the referees, yeah, and we got a clock. It's just a matter of putting it in situ now. And Johnny Grinnell talking to Indrick, the referee, about how he's trying to manage the physicality of Michael Bonaparte in the post. And it seems like they're all boozing buddies out there because Bonaparte's talking to Mark, or Jonathan Grinnell's brother Mark, on the sideline. So we're getting some score up on the clock. We'll see how they manage the clock, but part of me thinks the referees might take control of this last 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. They're going to take control of the last 2 seconds. They were looking for a lob play, not there. And it's a nice steal by Owen McKiernan. And we're going to get no shot off. So we've had almost 67 seconds of last possession play, and I think every second of them have been really poor.
Yeah.
So we will come back and we'll analyze that in the last in the fourth quarter, and we will take a quick break. So welcome back to the fourth. 69-63. Templeogue with the first possession. Nice drive by Ronan McLaughlin. Left it short by Bonaparte. And here I think we're going to get the dunk now. There you go. And the last 3 quarters, Killester have been the first scorers out of the block. So they've come out really tough in the second, third, and fourth period. So Blaylock with the 3. Doesn't get to shoot his friendly roll. And the influential Kieran Rowe is now on the ball again. So they're back into back in the zone. And Turner will get the 3, and if this goes, there you go. So they score the first 5 to extend the lead out to 11.
Puts Jermaine on 25 points now.
Shuffle cut by Blaylock. Stagger screen coming off by Rowan McLaughlin. And bringing it back for Blaylock off the baseline stagger. Misses it. Massive rebound by Turner. And might be the most important possession of the game right now.
Great rim run by Owen Kiernan.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Great pass by a veteran point guard.
And we try and tell our forwards, live on the pipe. Rim to rim, that's the pipe. You got to get at the end of that pipe before the next guy does. And that's exactly what Owen McKiernan did.
It's great defense.
A nice closeout on Jason Collins. So while the last possession was important, this is crucial.
Oh, high-low action. Wow.
And the foul. And that's veteran leadership by Jermaine, just showing and giving Kiernan huge confidence because of the fact that it was just a massive play. And you can just see it. Owen Kiernan is buzzing right now. His body language is great.
I love that. The teacher sensei action.
So 11 remaining. 76-63 with Killester at the line, and we will talk in a few seconds. So McKiernan gets a third three-point play out of 7 for Killester today. So 79-63, and Killester came out of that block really good at the start of the fourth. So 8:02 remaining. What do Templeogue need to do to get back in this game, Puff?
They're gonna have to just start scoring. Everything's kind of dried up on the offensive end.
So another miss by Collins.
It's kind of hurting their defensive energy, I think, as well. Killester have a bit of a bounce to their step now.
That's a massive drive.
Travel. No.
I think it's going to get caught for a walk. No. I think Owen Kiernan definitely got away with that one, and I think Mark Keenan is justified to go after the referee on that one. But I think Templeogue need to get their scores on the floor right now.
Yeah.
In their backcourt, you just don't see where the scoring is going to come from in the backcourt and on impromptu.
Yeah. You must be some kind of coach or something, Paul.
Some would question it. Some would seriously question it. So that's it. And Brian is going to react to Sean Flood coming back on the floor by bringing Paddy Sullivan on.
Oh, wow.
That's a nice step back, but
Chris
doesn't
Paul
make
action.
it.
Wow, the young fella.
And I think that score came from that energy that Jermaine Turner gave him before a timeout. That's what that score came from, and that's the leadership I spoke about. You know, Jermaine did a tremendous job for Owen McKiernan in that last possession. And now his defense has gone up. He's standing tall and cleans, but
Great move.
Great move by Jason Killeen. That's just physical strength right there.
Yeah.
Bullied him in the post. And that's the bring out. And that's experience late in the game by
the young
Kieran
fella
Rowe.
again. Ooh, he's feeling good. He is feeling good.
And I have to say, probably the most pleasing thing from a coach's perspective right now is Jermaine's Turner leadership at the end of that quarter. And that's what that has done right there. He's just created a monster in Owen Kiernan. And he's fighting harder against Cleans. Cleans had his number early on in the late in the quarter, and now he's fighting against Cleans. And he's 19 years old, 20 years old against a vet of Jason Clean at 33. You know, and that's that side screen that they've gotten. And
wow.
Yeah.
Colleen says, "Don't forget about me, though."
That's exactly what he's saying. And the execution of that out of bounds that they haven't done well all game, Templeogue just executed extremely well in that.
Yeah.
Cleans space more to the free throw line, forced him on the closeout, took one power dribble finish with a nice lefty to get a 3-point play.
Okay.
And he makes it. So we're back to 15, not over yet, but they need to get some stops now. They need to get some stops, and the defensive intensity needs to go up. All of a sudden, Cleans is guarding Owen Kieran harder. And there's the clamp play. Nice little shot fake by Paddy Sullivan. Nice little move by Jermaine. So that's the type of defense they need. Cummins pushing it out. Sean Flood on the left side of the floor. You can
Great
skip pass. Force the closeout on Paul Dick. Nice little floor by Stephen James. And when you force that closeout, you have all the balance when the closeout, and I thought Stephen James did a really good job attacking the high side in that. But a nice timeout by Brian O'Malley to just stop the run a little bit, talk it over. 6:06 remaining, 83-70 to Killester, and we'll see you in a few seconds. So, big 6:06 remaining, 83-70, high scoring game. And we have a buzzer by the false alarm. So Jason going to pressure the inbounds. Kieran Rowe on the ball. A nice pressure by Sean Flood. Gabrielle, stagger screen, weak side, reversing. Kieran, a little bit stationary from Killester right now, but nice little footwork by Paddy Sullivan on the dime.
It's a big shot.
It's a massive shot right now. So 85-70, 5:43 remaining. Paul Cummins coming off it. Stephen James tries to respond, misses. Kieran Rowe, and he is playing at a nice tempo, not as quick as what it was, but he's also recognized that they're 15 points up with only 5:30 remaining. Paddy Sullivan on the drive, attacks the high foot. Nice pass by Jermaine, gets trapped. Quick reversal. Nice spin move by Paul Dick. Loses it and goes the other direction. I think they passed up 2 or 3 good shots right there just to get the extra one. And that's what they can't afford to do. But Jason Clean coming out. 5:14 remaining, 85-70.
So he's just getting a quick blow. He'll be right back.
So the ball screen going left this time onto his left hand. Kick out. And Murphy with the nice drive. Misses it. 2 vets battling. Gabriel gets the foul from Lorcan. And the one thing that Templeogue don't want to do, I think, Puff, is get into team fouls early. They want to be hovering around there, so if they need it down the stretch, they can have it. But at the same time, they don't want to get into early, giving easy looks to Killester. Killester now have extended their offense very high, dragging out the defense. They know the pressure's coming. Trying to create some space. Jermaine with the 3. Not the best shot in the world to be taking right now. And we always say, missed layups or bad shots inevitably lead to 2 things. A foul or a layup on the other end.
Yeah.
And there was a bad shot, one that his team didn't expect, and it led to him actually picking up a personal. So both teams on 3 team fouls. 4:39 remaining, 85-70 to Killester. And we're getting into bonus free throw territory now soon. So 2 really good shooting guards. Great defense out of Paul Dick, using the length and the speed. So Killester becoming very deliberate now.
No high-low action.
Shot. Misses that one. Stephen James, nice rebound. Nice spin move by Sean Flood. Getting the ball running, gets the ball part. Nice cut. Boney with the 3. Not there. Kieran Rowe. And for the first time this game, Kieran Rowe tucks under his armpit and says, this is what we're running. No more transition now. Let's run the clock, see how many possessions we can get. Lovely curl by Paddy Sullivan. And Lorcan picks up his 5th, and I would imagine that's going to bring back in Jason Cleans. Gets us 30 seconds to make a decision. And in it comes. So taking away the inbounds. Nice little cut. So Paul with the 3, and they're in the panic mode right now because their last 3 possessions have been all 3s. So they could have been back to 9 if they just worked in taking those quick 2s and getting the easy ones. But they're clearly triggering the 3 early now. So Gabriel with the 3.
Wow.
And there it is. And I think that's the game right there now.
Yeah.
That's pushed it to 18, 88-70, 3:27 remaining. And Templeogue are on 14 fouls. So every foul from here on in, Killester will go to the line. Poor turnover. A timeout by Templeogue. And they're going to talk it over to see how they finish the last 3:19. And we will see you back in a couple of seconds. All right, so Kieran Rowe being as influential as he has been the entire game. Paddy Sullivan with a nice crossover. Kick out to Gabriel. Nice little drive. Lost control of it. And that's been Templeogue's sort of day, because on another day I think Stephen James is catching that loose ball. So Michael Kalo is going to come in. for Kieran Rowe, which is a little bit surprising, considering that Templeogue will come after this.
Might just be getting him a quick little blow. So he's not going to be over there too long.
What is important, I think, is, and look at Jermaine right now, and this is veteranry right now, where he's got his arm around Kieran Rowe, talking to him, explaining to him what's needed, just like he did with Owen Kieran early on.
And I don't think people see that side of Jermaine, the leadership part, how much he cares about his teammates. We see him celebrating, and he's loud, and he's emotional on the court, but he's a great leader as well. And Paul Dick finishes the M1.
Yeah. And I think Paul Dick is going to come out of the game next. And I think Kieran Rowe will not be seen again.
Yeah.
So now it's about game management for tomorrow. Getting his guys out, make sure they don't pick up any niggles. And I would imagine that Johnny Grinnell is going to come in for Paul Dick next. And Mark Keenan is also emptying his bench, conceding it, and this is going to go in the record books, I think.
Yeah. How important was not having a Conor Grace out there tonight?
Well, I think he's been the key all year. I mean, having him, as good as Boney and as Jason Collins are, the one thing that Conor has over the two of them is that ability to lead on the floor.
Yeah. And
that's what they've missed since he's been injured. And to be fair, they did a great job in the cup final, but they've been hurt all year.
Yeah.
Boney's been. I think Boney's been playing with a bad meniscus all year, since Christmas at least. Jason had back problems, and now Conor had that. So, their entire influence has been hurt all year. So Ronan McLaughlin nails that three. And and late in the year when you're hurt, it affects your sharpness, it affects your energy levels.
Oh.
And if they could put that in, we might have been renaming White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah.
So Ronan McLaughlin go for the second, and Caleb gets the defensive rebound.
And Brian's like, Paul, just get over here. We don't need your putback dunks right now.
Yeah. So right now, the last 2:07 is going to be played out. Could be a little bit scrappy. But if we look back in this, have Killester deserved their win today, Puff?
I think they have. I think they ran when they needed to run. They settled things down when they needed to, and they really upped the defensive intensity in the second half. They had great contributions from a lot of different people. Obviously, Jermaine really imposed as well in that second half, and the likes of Kieran Rowe, Paul Dick, and even young Owen Kieran really came in and gave him a bit of a lift off the bench.
Well, his contribution was very effective at a very important time, because it was going between 6 to 11 for a bit. Next, he just opened it up and made it out to 15. So his contribution was absolutely fantastic at a particular time when you would have expected veteranry to step up, and it was really the young Owen Kieran that did the damage, albeit from the encouragement of a vet in Jermaine Turner.
Yep.
So he makes that one, 90-74, 1:30 remaining. Conor Gordon on the ball.
And all of us here in Kilkenny are just hoping all these high-scoring games are inviting the rest of the country to come back here for finals more often. All about keeping the fans happy.
That was a nice kick out by Owen Kieran, but Buaylock is going to get an open layup. 1:08 remaining, and we're back to 14. And Ronan McLaughlin fouling Conor Gordon. And possibly, are they looking to take a little bit of advantage? Stop clock. If he misses, they get a chance. And that puts that to bed.
That ice water in his veins right off the bench.
So he missed the second, still 91-76. So Kieran switching on the ball screen, recovered by Conor Gordon. Buaylock doesn't get the shooter's touch. And Johnny Grinnell gets it. Conor Gordon on the ball now. Leaving the pressure go. Kalo asking for the ball screen. Reverse to Owen Kiernan. And he gets the drive. Nice kick
Great
out.
kick.
And the bank off the 3. Team left bank, Kilkenny. Is that what comes up? That was bad. I'm gonna hear about that one.
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that.
So as we said, 19 seconds left, and well done to Killester, and we will see them tomorrow in the final. So please stay tuned, and we shall see you for UCC Demons against UCD Marion, the battle of the colours and the colleges. So hope you enjoyed this one, and you will be able to see Killester in action again tomorrow in the final. Thank you for tuning in.